Welcome everyone to today's webinar. My name is Ariel. I'm a customer success manager here at Terra, and with me is.
Yeah, my name is Dima. I also work at customer success department at Atera. Pleasure to meet you all, guys.
And today we're going to go over advanced reporting and analytics. Just a really short sort of agenda. We'll do a short introduction to Atera because sometimes we have also new people that don't know too much about Atera with us here in the webinars. A few resources for self-learning. So this webinar is going to be perfect and you're going to learn everything you would possibly want to know about advanced analytics. However, if you would like to maybe go over some of that information, how can you do that afterwards? We'll go over a live demo and show you some different examples on the platform. And then throughout this entire session, me and Dima, we will be typing and answering your questions that you can ask in the Q&A section. So that actually brings up a good point. We would love for you to type in the chat section just like you've done uh, so far. However, if it's questions, more sort of professional questions about Atera, then please type them in the Q&A section right next to the chat section so that we can keep those two separate and answer you in a quicker manner. So really quickly about Atera, we have now over 12,000 customers, over 3.5 million managed endpoints. It's really incredible to see this growth. Um, right, more or less 300, a little bit more than 300 million automated monthly IT actions, meaning Atera is there to save you time as an IT professional. That's Atera's main value, is to save you time, automate issues that come over and over again. And today we're going to go over one part of Atera, which is reporting and analytics. So we have a lot of different ways of getting information. And one of them is, of course, these webinars, just like today. We have other webinars, such as our AIT, meaning AI, the IT industry webinars. We have patching webinars, ticketing, network discovery, which is also a great webinar. And we have all these webinars both live, just like today, but also recorded on demand for you on our website. Um, we also have a really extensive knowledge base and help center with thousands of articles on literally every single feature within Atera. And we have our blog, like I mentioned earlier, the webinars. We have our live chat with real people 24/7, our chat support. And you can also email us at support@atera.com. So why user reporting? Why are you here? And why is this such an incredible feature and so important? Um, I just wrote down a few different things that I think are really important with reporting. So to give valuable insights and data about performance so that you understand where your business stands. Monitor key metrics and identify business opportunities on one hand and pain points on the other hand. So understand where can you do better, and both in terms of on the positive side, but also on the negative side. Where are you spending your time and your money, and so much more, right? I think that's one of the reasons why tech is so big today, because they all these tech companies can actually, they have data on everything they do, and therefore they can streamline their processes and know exactly where to put their efforts. And this is what we want for you. So now let's go into a live demo. Again, if you have any questions, please type them into the Q&A section. We will go over a lot of different parts of this huge feature, which is reporting. Dima, would you like to start or should I start?
Depends on you. I would love to to start anyway. So I think we should cover. like both parts of reporting in Terra. Um, and yeah, so the first topic I wanted to cover is I will share my window right now. And guys, let me know when you can see it. And we'll start with classic reports. You might see this section differently. It's located under the reports. We have two sections which we'll cover today. It's the classic reports and the advanced reports. They might come in different shapes and forms depending on what product version you are. And since we're like half and half, it's like MSPs and IT departments all together. So MSPs will see it a bit differently. IT departments have a different set of reports because they don't charge their customers for anything because they don't have any customers. So they have only their colleagues. So the classic reports, it's a product which was present in Atera for quite some time, and you can get a bunch of information about the patching. You can do the um, analytics of different kinds and sorts. Most valuable and most frequently used that I come across, it's actually they are located in the second row, 5 icons on the right hand side. And also the recent processes come very often to my attention and to attention of my customers. Ariel, how is it for your customers? Is it different because we work with different portfolios, obviously? So
So it really depends on what the customers are looking for. I think if it's a bigger company, then the technician performance report is really interesting. You can compare different technicians. Um, but what I really like, for instance, is the patch search and deploy report, because if you go into it, you can actually take action and deploy your patches directly from the report.
So this is exactly what I'm demonstrating on the screen, and I love this report too. And it's it comes a lot at the onboarding sessions when we get new customers, and with the existing customers, it's sometimes overlooked because when you remove the filter, because the default value is KB, and put all, you will see all patches that are available to to all the machines across the board. And also you will see two options, installed and not installed. So what is interesting here is that you can have the not installed patches right here, which is 34, which is 54 minus 20, and you can select all of those and take action immediately, and you can just push the bright pink button and immediately deploy those patches. And also you can export them in Excel and PDF. It goes out to almost any kind of report, and you can schedule, send it to you at will, depending on what you're looking for. So you can actually schedule them for a specific time, for specific people, and both. Another cool one is the patch and automation feedback, which depending on what you're looking for, and depending on, like, for example, like for the last 7 days, if we have anything. So as you can see, a lot of our dummy machines are present in the environment that are offline, but apparently you will see some data regarding how successful was the patching and how many agents were affected, and get different numbers on this. But we'll cover this in the advanced analytics section because you will get more insights and data in the advanced reports later as we move further with the webinar. As you can see, the UI is shared, and but it will change in the future. Ariel, I think we can like disclose it a bit that soon the classic reports will inherit a bit of the UI and look and feel of the advanced analytics. They will look. They will share the same engine, which is Google Looker, which we use in Atera, but they will preserve the same functionality, and they will be kind of out of the box reports. In the classic reports, you will also see the software inventory, patch status summary, and the recent processes, which is also very convenient when you do, especially the patching sequences. You can see what actually happened and how did it go. Um, and And also from the report itself, you can obviously access the agent itself and the agent page. If you haven't noticed, chances are you have noticed. And we now have the new agent page in Atera, which will give you the new look and feel on how the page looks. And also we added the capability of customization and resizing of the widget, so you have the information that is needed for you the most. Um, Moving on from there, there is one report that I also enjoy. It's the auditor report, and it lives in both dimensions. In the classic reports, in the advanced reports. In advanced reports, you can get obviously more data. In the auditor report, still you will get extensive amounts of data. However, you will be limited to what is present on the screen. The customization is not, at the moment at least, is not possible to remove the data you don't need. It's all baked in, but you can export the data and see what's happening in terms of like how your devices look like, what type of hardware you have, like how are your servers doing, and everything in between, basically, and even to an extent that which of the Office version or which other software is installed in the machines, something like this. So, and maybe something from you, Ariel, something about the classic reports we want to show today.
So for since we have about a lot of people here using ticketing, I would assume, then we have the timesheet report. Could you maybe go up to that one?
Yeah, sure, sure.
It is a very detailed report. It's not meant for every type of business. However, it gives you information about every single ticket for a specific customer, and I think it's a really good way of going sort of into more detail and actually seeing if, for instance, the tickets have been resolved, how much time you've put into each ticket, etc., just to see that you're staying on top of all these things. Um, One thing which I would like to mention, actually, really briefly, is if you go to the dashboard. I hope everyone knows this, but in the dashboard, you can also see a lot of information, get a sort of bird's eye view of your network. And here you can also just click in on any of these widgets and go directly to that information and customize it exactly according to your needs. Um, so I usually recommend my customers to start with the dashboard every day, make sure that everything's like it should, that there aren't loads of alerts or loads of tickets for a specific customer, etc. But then once you delve a bit deeper, then of course use the reporting and the reports that we've gone through right now.
Uh, a bit of an off top, but the things you should be aware of, we just recently redeveloped a bit of our help widget, which was previously like four small icons in a corner. Right now, you have the possibility to access all the resources your heart desires. And and as you can see, you can start a live chat with support or even book a meeting with your CSM. My demo environment doesn't have the second option, but you should see it in your interface, and you can book meeting directly with the person who is in charge of your account, and you can access all the information that you can be, I don't know, interested in. But the most exciting thing, which has been recently released, and some of it is dedicated to the reports before we move to the advanced analytics, is the Terra roadmap. And you can see the product update section, and you can go directly to the Atera's roadmap. I have it on my screen, and it's dedicated to different parts of the product, and you can decide which section of the product you want to know more about the future developments, um, uh, what was uh, what was recently released, what is about to be released, and what our dev team is working on. And if you want to know about a specific section, like maybe some kind of integration, so what was released, what is coming, maybe we have update after our quarterly review. But as you can see, some of the things touch the reporting, like the advanced analytics for Linux, advanced analytics for software inventory. Also, uh, you will see the reporting enhancement in the field of custom fields and reports navigation changes, which will change the way how the reports look and feel, and also reports in the main dashboard. One of the most exciting things that is coming to Atera is basically the ability to combine the default widgets in the Atera dashboard and the reporting widgets of your choice. So you make the data you see every day, or maybe it's an LED screen on the wall, you make it more meaningful and totally fit for your business needs. On that note, I would suggest we move to the advanced report section. Ariel, what do you say?
Yeah, let's do it. So the advanced reports, let's say like this: we have three different types of tiers of reports. We have the classic reports, which we just went over, and they're available for all of our tiers. We have our advanced reports that we're going to go over right now, and they are available from our second tier and up. And then you also have your advanced analytics, your customized reports, and that's from our third tier and our fourth in our sales package. Um, okay, are there any specific reports that you think we should go over? I really like the assets report. I think it's the simplest one.
Sure.
And to understand and to present, and then from there we can maybe go into more complicated reports. So this is just a really simple asset report. It shows you how many of different types of assets you have per customer, per end user, etc. And Dima, maybe you can show the filters on the top. You can change the customer name on the on the left side there.
Yeah, so
No,
we can
yeah,
we can do the customer name here. Yeah, so as you can see, we don't have many customers with assets assigned to them, but it's enough for the demonstration purposes. And after you selected any type of filters, you can actually narrow down the data you want to see. And each and every widget, starting from the third tier of subscription in Atera, you can do the explore from here, which means you can modify and customize it to your liking. The second tier of subscription, regardless of the MSP and ITD, you can download the data you see on the screen by default and work on in the external tools like Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets, depending on your choice. And yeah, you can move and resize them. And also you can, if you click on the folder icon, you can use the share folder and you can make a copy of a report and transfer it to the folder, which is called My Folder. You just copy it and it will be yours. So as you can see, that now we have the hardware inventory, we have several copies, and different people use them for demonstration purposes. However, it's not everything. And the most interesting here is that since it's the full-fledged BI system integrated into Otera, we have the new report bright pink button, and there you see that you start to be able to use the data sets starting from the tier 3 of our subscription and up. You're able to use the data sets, which means that if this information is captured by the Atera agent, which you see on different pages of the Atera product, you will see that depending on the specifics, let's imagine it's agent data set, and you click on build report, you will see on the left a huge menu of collapsed folders with all the relevant information for this or that data chunk. For example, all the information which is relevant to the agent itself. Maybe you need some very specific, I don't know, information regarding the battery of the device. So if you have a bunch of laptops, it might come in handy. But we'll cover this in a second. Ariel, maybe we'll try to show the examples of what you can build with it. So, or you want me to go first?
And I can show a few simple ones.
Okay.
So let's
I will
see.
stop sharing for now. Yeah, I will. Okay, you have it.
Okay,
You have it
let
open.
me. Yes.
Okay, I will stop sharing for now. Yeah, you can start. And then I will show some a couple of mine, which might be beneficial for both MSPs and ITDs. And yeah, we'll see.
Um.
Okay, yeah, we need wait for Ariel. I will pull up my screen back while we wait for him, so we don't. Oh, Ariel. Okay, somehow. Okay, you good? You're in mute somehow.
Yes. Can you
Yeah.
hear and see
Okay.
me?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was good. Okay, so let me share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, report. This is the where you can customize your own reports in order to get the data that you need in order to make the best business decisions, right? And just like Dima showed, you can first of all you need to choose a data set, meaning um, you need to understand before you start creating a report, you need to understand what is the data that you're looking for. So if that's alerts, then you want to type in alerts here and choose that. If it's agents, that's any information that the Atera agent can pick up essentially. If it's tickets, then choose tickets. But this is really an important first step because that's where all the information exists. Once you click on that, just like Dima showed, we have a long list of information and you can go through these and just look for it, look for the information that you would like, or you can just search for it up here. I usually recommend starting with a count. You want to count how many agents have this, have that, are doing this, have this name, have this type of software, etc. So I'm just going to type in count. And then there are multiple counts here. I'm just going to type it, take the agent count and add it. I click that and it's added to the data over here. Let's say, I don't know, operating system. I want to see how many agents there are per operating system, per OS. Okay, here we go. Now I can see that in this environment, I have 34 Windows, 5 Mac, etc. Amazing. If I want to visualize this, I just click on the visualization tab here, and there are multiple options. So, for instance, it could be just a table, it could be a column or a bar or a scatter plot or anything. For something simple like this, maybe I would use a pie chart like this. I can also um, choose to do something like this over time, meaning I want to understand when my different operating systems were installed, when the agent was installed. So I'm going to do that per month. And so just going to type month in the search. I'll choose created month. Um, and then if I run this, I will now see that the data looks a bit weird. I know I have the data I want here, but it looks a bit weird. What do I need to do then? I need to pivot the information so that my rows turn into columns. So I will go to this cogwheel over here at the agent OS environment name. And I'm going to pivot this information. And now when I rerun this, it will hopefully look a lot better. Okay, now it's starting to look good. Here I can see that, for instance, in May, one Windows agent was added, in September as well, etc. I'm going to do a filter and only see the information for, let's say, the last, I don't know, 3 months. Okay, so I'm going to click on, there's a tab here that's in use. This gives me all the information that I've already used. And I'm going to say, I'm going to filter on the month. And there's a little button here when I hover over this where it says filter by field. If I click on that, it adds it to my filter tab. So I have 3 tabs here: filter, visualization, and data. Now, let's say, okay, it's in the last 3 months, or it could be in the last 3 days, or whatever it is. I'm going to rerun this, and let's see if this makes the information any better. Okay, it does it. I'm going to add maybe in the last 6 months or something like that. Let's see. I just want this information to be pretty. Okay, great. This means that I added 2 Windows devices in March, 1 Windows device in April, etc. I want to see if I can get any more information. Amazing. And then if I want to change the way this looks, then I can click on Edit up here. And for instance, do a stacked column chart instead of a regular grouped one. As you can see, in August, I added 1 Mac and 2 Windows devices. This is just an example of what you can do, and you can really really customize this according to your need. Another example would be, let's say you want to understand where all of your tickets are how they are created. Okay, well, first of all, I'm going to click on New Report. I'll go to my ticket data set. Well, actually, before this, sorry. Let's say I created this, and this is what I'm happy with this information, something like that. I'll go and I'll click Save. Now you can save this as a new dashboard or to an existing dashboard if you already have an existing dashboard. I'm going to click New Dashboard, and I'm going to name this webinar RAL and Dima. Okay. And now let's click Save. If I now go and click View Dashboard, I'll actually be able to see what we created. This is what it looks like. Amazing. Here I have my data. But of course, this is only one widget within an entire dashboard of different widgets, different reports that we're going to be creating today. Great. I'll click Save. And now I'm going to go on to my next report. The next report will be tickets. Okay. I want to understand where my tickets are coming from. Maybe all of my tickets are over the phone, but I actually want the tickets to be through the customer portal that we have or through email. And I want to understand, well, how many actually come through the phone, right? So I'm going to start with saying I want to count my tickets. And what else? I'm going to say maybe ticket source or something like that. Yeah, okay, ticket source. Perfect. I'm going to run this just to see that we're on the right way. Perfect. I can see that, for instance, from alerts, there are almost 800 tickets created automatically. From emails, 142 tickets were created automatically from emails, etc. Okay. And now I also want to see, just like before, maybe the creation time of these. I'm just typing in month here. I want the ticket creation date, and I want to add a month. Now, just like the previous report, in order for this to actually look okay, I'll have to pivot. And as a general rule, this isn't true all the time, but as a general rule, you want to pivot the data that's not the time, not the month, or not the date. Okay, now it's starting to look better. Just like before, I think I want to do that filter and only take the last, let's say, 6 months. So I'm going to go to the In Use tab and filter based off of this, off of the months. And I'll say in the last, let's say, I don't know, 12 months. Okay. Okay, now it's starting to look like something. Now I can use this, do this as a line chart. Perhaps this is what you would like. And we can see that a lot of tickets have been created by other. Perhaps it's in your best to understand, okay, what is this other? Where are these tickets created from? Are they created manually by the technician? Are they created by I don't know why, okay? But this is really useful. And just like before, for instance, if you would like a column chart, let's make this maybe a little bit nicer and make it into a stack chart. In addition, you can also add different data. So let's say I don't want to just hover over this, but I actually want some information there. Okay, I want to click value labels, and then I'll get some values. Perhaps you would like some totals. Okay, so for instance, I can see now that April was the month where I got the most tickets, right? Why were there 129 tickets in April, but only 74 in May? What happened there? Why were there so many tickets? And anywhere that you make a report like this, you can also click in on this and do a drill down. So you get more information. And from here, you can also, something I forgot to say, is you can download this if you would like. You can send it via email, and you can also schedule it. You do need to save it first. Let's save it again to, let's see.
You should give it a name first.
I need to give it a name first. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
So this is tickets over
The curse of a
time.
knowing one, you know.
Okay. No,
Should
save.
yeah.
Okay. So that's tickets over time. And now I'm going to save this to an existing dashboard. And let's say webinar, Ariel, and Dima. Okay, now if I go back to this dashboard, I'll be able to see the one we created first. And here are the tickets over time. If I want to make this bigger, I can do that. If I want to make it smaller, I can move it around. You can really just customize this exactly according to your needs. Okay. Dimo, would you maybe like to do
Sure.
one
Sure.
example?
Sorry.
Would you like to maybe do an example as well?
Yeah, sure. Couple of things that I found across numerous meetings with my customers is so like one of the topics which I hear a lot is the cyber working with cyber insurance companies, and everybody who is working with one can or like if it's not a secret, obviously you can put a plus, and it, or maybe you're in like in negotiations with them and they want to do a security assessment of your company. So and they want to know, and also you want to know if all your organization is compliant across the board with the security standards, and so to make the deal happen. And for this, like I've just created a new report and I used the data set called agents. So I will not redo this right now. But anyway, so to do this, very, very frequently used. Oh, sorry. Let me actually go to the agents. Yeah, maybe I used the wrong data set instead. So first, we go with the site name. In case of the MSP product, it will be the customer name. Second one will be the agent name. Let's imagine that's something that you can refer to as a device ID. And then at the very bottom of the agent's data set, you will see the software security. And what you will see here, it's what you will see this anti-spyware, antivirus, and the firewall name. Let's click all 6 of them. Okay. And also, let's imagine that your PCs are using BitLocker. And we go to the hardware disk, and we'll see that the BitLocker status name. And let's do security assessment and how compliant we are to the cyber insurance rules in under a second or so. So you will see, we'll see the sites, all the devices which are relevant, and you will see which products are installed active and up to date across the board, and you will see if the BitLocker exists and if the protection is turned on or not. So for a lot of companies, and in a lot of cases, some of my customers, they just go to the classic reports and check the type of info using the auditor report. But the difference is that you can go to the advanced reports and get the information across the board and use the filtering option. Just add a filter, and let's imagine you can just add a site name and use the drop down menu here, and you can, and the difference will be that you will be able to select multiple values. So, and if you rerun the report, you will be left with only two sites to choose from, and the row limit is not limited to 500. It is limited to 5,000 in the UI of the Google Looker, but if you export the data, it's more. Okay, another use case of the report, I will just scrape it for now. I will use again the agents data set. And let's imagine we touched the hardware inventory a bit earlier with Ariel, and we can go again with the site name. Let's imagine you're trying to assess your outdated laptops, and maybe if you're an MSP, you have a good deal from your local hardware distro, and you can get your customer for like uh, SSDs or RAM modules for a reasonable price. You can go with site name or customer name. So depending on the product version, agent name, and from here, you will see all the relevant information. So if we go to the hardware hard disk, you will see for example, the disk type, and you will even see the media type, the model, the number of partitions, the serial numbers, everything in between. And if you go to the hardware, to the disk, let's imagine you're trying to make your customer or want and his devices upgraded, or you want to assess how many laptops are running out of space. Maybe you need to provide them with SSDs which have more capacity. And let's imagine that you have total space, use space percentage, and let's just run the report right now, and you'll be able to see that. And let's imagine you want to understand which devices are in the critical state, and they will run out of space pretty soon, and they deserve an upgrade. And the same goes out to the like RAM modules. You may find maybe like 8 GB RAM modules installed, and some of the laptops require an upgrade, and 16 GBs. I think it should be memory. Yeah. So you can just add a column to an existing data set to compare the storage and the memory modules installed, and you will see that a lot of the laptops have 8 GBs of memory, and you can create a filters. Let's imagine that you want to assess the laptops which are running out of space and also have outdated modules of RAM, and the ones that you need to be upgraded. It's one of the many ways to use it, but still it's a very valid point. And for like again for MSPs, it's basically money on the table because you can run very quick, snappy data, and you can also send them to your customers every month and to show them that you are aware what's happening and show them how they look like on paper in front of your eyes, and if it was them looking at their data themselves. So yeah, that's from my side. Ariel, something else
Can
you
you
wanted
maybe
to share, maybe?
save this to the dashboard as well?
Yeah, I'll try to do it if I know how
Great.
to. So, but I think you made this in the MSP environment because I've seen something that is
Mm,
not existent in my environment. So we will not be able to do it right now. However, the point remains, if it's done in the same environment, you will probably be able to do it. Yeah. And also in one of the separate topic which I wanted to touch in terms of the access to the reports, since we touched it, we have one of the features which is coming up really soon. It's the roles and permissions overhaul inside of Terra, you will have more granular access. And we got a lot of questions regarding the access to the reports for regular technicians. If it's something of your concern, please be aware that in the coming, I don't know, I'm afraid to do commitments right here since it's recorded. Uh, but yeah, I assume at the beginning of the next quarter, we will see a much more granular look and feel of the roles and permissions, and we'll see many improvements to the existing components of the system, because our admin core, the team responsible for the core features of a Terra product, is busy with same as the RMM team and the PSA team. RMM is anything that is related to patching and remote management, and the PSA is uh, anything with the ticketing and beyond. All the teams are busy with planning the next quarter of development, and you will see many more improvements to come really soon. Yeah. We have some time for the questions, by the way. Okay. And I'll start from the very last one from John Finch. Are you able to provide a recording from today's webinar for you watching? Yes, and it's one of the yeah, it will be available very soon, and you will see in the chat I have pinned my message, which is atera.com/webinars. And if you will access this link, you will see a bunch of webinars which we have for your convenience. Sorry, I have a bit of an window which is too large for the screen. So you will see upcoming sessions which you can join, and you are more than welcome to join them. It's totally free, and you can rewatch the on-demand ones. And if you click on the watch now, you will just put in your data if you want to watch it, and you will be provided with a window, with an embedded window, and you will be able to see. And you can choose the webinars by topic, and you will see, so for example, the mobile app, IT automation, cybersecurity. You will see like the Q&A sessions, which is keeping it real. We do it every other week. And yeah, you will see a bunch of webinars to choose from, and we are constantly updating them, and we're working hard to keep them up to date. And it's a segue to the next question. Okay. I think we had, do you have a training campaign with a goal of being certified in your product? Yeah, as Ariel has just responded, that we are working on it. And the thing is that we are working on the full-fledged Terra Academy for existing and new customers. There's a lot of stuff to be done to become certified, but right now, for the companies who are partners of ours in different regions, we do certifications if you are busy with being our partner and reselling Atera in your specific region. We do such certifications as we speak. The next question, I will just read the answer. So Ariel, thank you so much for providing a written one. So what's the big difference between Atera and the Freshdesk, and what's the point plus? So yeah, so the Freshdesk primarily use case is the customer support software, and Atera combines not only the customer support capabilities, but also we include the patching, advanced reporting, as we covered, and we try to bring everything under one roof. And also we have our App Center, which offers a bunch of products to choose from and to combine with your Atera usage for the sake of billing convenience and overall convenience, obviously. Okay. The next question I will share on the screen, since it was not answered. Kenneth asks us, if you save an advanced report, will it update to the current date? Will another report need to be ran? Great question, first of all. Response to this will be the following. If we go to the advanced reports and we choose, let's say, agents hardware information, give me a second, please. We click on this three dots. We have the force refresh button, and we have the ability to fine tune the report as soon as we clone it to our folder. And let's imagine I'm going to my folder. Let's imagine I have the hardware inventory, copy. So as you can see, the refresh, whenever you enter the report, will be just now. If you click on the three dots, you can click on the edit dashboard, and you can click on the settings of the dashboard on the pink stripe, and you will see the refresh frequency. So you are capable of doing the real-time stuff, refresh every 1 hour, 1 second, 1 minute, 1 day. So it depends on what you need. You'll be seeing the data real time or with a bit of delay, because some of the BI systems, most of them like Grafana, like the Power BI, in most cases, depending on the volumes of data, they are refreshed every 24 hours. However, here you can customize and you will get the data at your fingertips. And if you display this data on a dashboard, on LED screen, on the wall, great way to utilize this. And I suppose this is the answer to your question. Okay. Why one of the questions is not very on our topic, but why doesn't Atera permit ability to search via target IP address? So the answer to this is that right now we started to implement the ability to search by the IP address. As you can see, I have, I think, 190 something. So even the partial match works. Yeah, 194. So this is the public IP, the IP address of the device. And you will see as they're dummy devices, they might share some data. Anyway, you can search by the IP address. However, we will be adding the IPv6 support pretty soon. And but I search by the IPv4 is already available here. Um, okay. Um, Great question regarding this. If we're testing with new reports, how can we review it, the info before it's sent to the customer contact? So you can send it to yourself, obviously, and you can send it internally and schedule send it to your customer in several hours after you checked all the data, or you can do the manual send, or you can just save the data in an Excel format and send it afterwards using your email client, depending on which way works best for you. So yeah, you're able to choose from how you want this to be. And in terms of the billing purposes and anything in between, so if you get more questions on the reports, again, chat with our team. We encourage you to do so, and especially if you wanted to try out, if you're like on the tier 1 or tier 2 of the subscription, you're more than welcome to get on the meeting with your CSM person, and we will enable you a trial for the higher tier, and you will be able to test out the advanced reporting capabilities. We encourage you to do so, because sometimes people just don't use it because they get confused. We can not always we not only will enable you a trial, we will also instruct you and train you how to use this data, how to use this component of Atera, so you benefit from this. Ariel, you want to take the next one, probably?
Okay, let's see. I want to show you a few things, and then
Sure.
we're running a little bit out of time, so I think this will probably be the last. Okay,
Okay. Should I stop sharing?
stop sharing, so I'll share.
Sure.
Okay, I want to show you just a practical way of using the reports. A really
Mm-hmm.
simple report, but something that you can take action on directly. I'm in the agent data set. I'm just going to count the number of agents. This is how I like to start my reports and how I always recommend my customers to do this. Let's say, I don't know, cyber, sorry, like a security. Um, let's see. antivirus, okay? Because I want to understand how many of what different antivirus solutions I have. Let's check out a visualization. I'm going to do that as a pie chart. And the reason I like this is because you can click in and see, okay, well, here I have almost 31% of my agents, my devices aren't even secured, right? So all I need to do then is click in on that, and I can
Too
actually
bad.
see exactly which agents aren't secured. And then, of course, so this is someone's computer. Okay, Dima, I won't
Oh well,
say. Oh, that wasn't it, but okay.
but I
Anyways,
have a
and then I
Mac.
can just right.
In my defense.
Okay, uh, let's see, and then I can just search for that computer. Let's see why that didn't work. Let's say the one we found earlier.
I think it's called a bit differently.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
Dmitry
Here we
L.
go.
Care.
Okay, and then I can just click in on that and actually take action. So we want you to use the reports in order to take action on them, not just for fun or to have a nice dashboard, but actually, okay, click in on the information and then take action. Um, just as a sort of last little feature hint, um, as you can see on my screen here, I actually have different tabs. And this is something
Yeah.
that we haven't released yet to all of our customers. It's still a little bit of a work in progress, but it is a very highly requested feature. So I'm happy to say that it's basically finished.
Yeah.
And I
No
think
more
that's all we
20
have.
tabs in Chrome.
Right, exactly. No more 20 tabs in Chrome. Uh, but I think, unfortunately, that's all we have time for today. What we're going to do is we're going to launch a short little survey, um, just in order to understand how this webinar was for you, um, if we can improve on something, what you liked, etc. So I'm launching the survey, and it would be um, really, really great if you could please just take, I think it's a 1 minute survey, about maybe 2 minutes, to answer the survey. It's really, really important for us to get some feedback, um, in order to make these webinars as good as possible.
Yeah, we would appreciate the feedback because this is something that we use to improve what we present. And yeah, since we're a bit limited in time and it's been almost an hour and the time flies, but you're more than welcome to um, so the survey is open. Yeah, so you're more than welcome to join the next sessions. We do them every Monday, Tuesday, depending on the topic. So check our webinars page, and don't forget to check the Atera's roadmap while you're feeling maybe adding it to your bookmarks. I see that on my customer calls, some people just add it to theirs. I will share the link, and and it's available for your further consideration, and you can see and spend more time and to see which features are in the works, what to expect. You have a clear strategic understanding what we're working on, and obviously you're more than welcome for our user voice portal where you can submit your ideas. You can upvote the ideas of other users, and this is something that we encourage you to do. And also, whenever you jump on a call with your CSM person, don't forget to share the product feedback, positive or negative. We take it really seriously, and we do constant improvements. And we have sessions with our product teams when we have a say in terms of what to expect in the product in the future releases. So, and you have a voice, obviously, too.
I'm also sending a link here to our success account, where if you have any questions about what we went over today, feel free to send an email there, and someone in the success team will get back to you. And Dima, I think that's basically it for today. I mean, this feature is really huge, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. I've seen customers with tens of reports that they've created on their own, tens of dashboards, one for each technician or one for each site or whatever. And it's a really strong um, and expansive tool. It takes a little bit of time to learn how to use it in the best way possible, but I definitely recommend sit down an hour, try to figure it out. And maybe, Dima, do you have a knowledge base article on this? Something?
Sure thing. Yeah, we have 2 more minutes. I can just look it up for you. So I will share the only basic one. Yeah, you can move from there, and you can just type in the advanced reports in our knowledge base, and you'll see all the relevant articles on the topic. And you are more than welcome to, again, I cannot stress this enough that you should and where you're more than welcome to schedule sessions with us. We have a huge team, and we crave the feedback, and our job is to make you like educated, knowledgeable in the product that you're using every day. So you're more than welcome to schedule meetings with us. So yeah, email us whenever, and we'll be happy to jump on a call to train you on the topic. So don't be afraid of the reporting. It's easier than it seems.
Thank you, everyone, for joining, and have a nice day, evening, night, morning, wherever you are. Thank you for joining, and good luck.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate. Bye bye.